So today in Court of Queen's Bench in Saskatoon, there was a sentencing that was really quite shocking. This is a case where a man was thought to have committed suicide for over a year before police were told that it was actually a murder. It came about through an investigation after a man, Joshua Andrew Burwell, came forward and confessed to killing Bradley Adam Buffalo. The murder was back in October of 2015. But the man wasn't arrested until actually just this past January. So a lot of time had elapsed while the victim's family had believed that this was a suicide. Also, the details of the crime were really strange because it was a hanging, which we usually do associate with suicide. But Burwell and a friend, an accomplice, actually killed this man through hanging him. And it came about in a strange way. It was in a house that had been abandoned in the Sutherland neighborhood, a house where Burwell used to live and kind of went back to party at certain times. He brought the victim to the house and started torturing him. We heard that Burwell said he put antifreeze and bleach in the man's beers for a period of time before he decided that he was going to kill him. He then took the man down to a basement, the basement of the home where his accomplice had prepared a rope. He had looped it over a beam. Basically, the victim was so drugged out and just kind of out of it that he didn't know what was going on, and they were able to slip the rope over his neck and lift his feet off the ground while Burwell pulled at the rope, and they essentially hung him and killed him and then left him in the basement. And police didn't know for about a week that there was a body in the basement until the homeowners went and checked on the home and saw Bradley Buffalo there. So the agreed statement of facts, very long because it included a man who kind of kept recanting the details of the crime. He also did a reenactment for police. So police got a training wall, a rope, and a dummy, and had Burwell reenact this crime because they just weren't sure whether or not to believe him. Another really interesting part of this case is Burwell's motive for the killing. He lied about it. He told police initially that he killed this man because the man was a child abuser and had admitted this to him in a conversation. Then, a day before his sentencing hearing, he told his lawyer that that was all a lie. So right now, we are left to believe that there was actually no motive whatsoever for this crime. The judge now was left with a decision on parole eligibility because it was a second-degree murder that he was sentencing him for. That's what Burwell pleaded guilty to. His choice was to make sure that the man spends at least 16 years in prison before he is eligible for parole. He has the discretion to choose anywhere between 10 and 25 years.